Thanks for joining us for News 4 Midday. Our entire team of meteorologists is tracking storms across the mid-state today. So, Melanie, what do we need to know right now? Well, I-24 is finally back open after a 17-hour mess. A semi-truck flipped over and spilled gas all over the interstate. The eastbound lanes were closed down until about 3 o'clock this morning. And Vanderbilt students are on high alert this morning after campus police responded to several reports of sexual assault. All of those came into the newsroom last night. Cleveland police are investigating after they say a teacher recorded at least 30 middle school girls in the locker room. And Bedford County police say a thief was shot after the homeowner walked in on the crime. The suspect has been identified as Anthony Baker. A 26-year-old Jamarcus Esmond was killed back in 2020. For the first time, his family was able to come together knowing that they're getting closer to answers. And a top Republican in our state is breaking rank, saying he does not support the abortion bill going through the state right now. And Nashville is one of 2 cities left in the hunt for the 2024 Republican National Convention. So right now it's in between Music City and Milwaukee. And now to our coverage of the war in Ukraine. The United States House plans to suspend normal trade with Russia. The measure passed 424-8, with all opposition coming from Republicans. 1 week ago today, the gas prices were on the rise in Tennessee, causing fear and frustration. The troubles in Ukraine keep pushing costs to record highs. So now, 7 days later, no more serious damage has been done, but prices are very far from normal. We got an update on the average prices a couple hours ago, and fluctuating prices are something that gas stations have to stay on top of. That includes figuring out when to adjust the price that you pay. And Metro Police are not charging a man responsible for a deadly shooting on Clarksville Pike, claiming it was self-defense. And Melanie, I will tell you, it was so quiet during most of the morning commute, and then all of a sudden it sounded like the walls were about to break through. This was heavy rain. 1 win down and just a few more to go. The Tennessee Volunteers took care of business in the opening round of the NCAA tournament. Yesterday, they played like a championship contender. Whether you cheer for Tennessee teams or not, the tournament is expected to bring in a lot of cash from online betting. We watched the numbers climb yesterday, while the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has declined Dolly Parton's refusal to be a nominee. And today, Amazon is making another investment into education for Tennessee. They'll meet with community colleges and others for a joint conference later on. We're expecting them to announce a new expansion for education in tech colleges. Taking a closer look at Tennessee, this is the updated map from the CDC that they just released to us yesterday. So basically all of West and Middle Tennessee are in low transmission areas. Lincoln County down there is the only holdout. Now we do have one hot spot that's going to be up in Claiborne County out in East Tennessee. Nearly 2 years after a 26-year-old was murdered in Franklin, his family is one step closer to justice. 2 arrests have been made in the case on Jamarcus Esmond. News 4's Courtney Allen spoke with his mother. We asked Franklin police if more arrests are coming and what motive the 2 may have had. Police say that all of these arrests are confidential, so they cannot comment any further at this time. A 4:07, and we have new details this morning. Cleveland police say that a teacher recorded at least 30 middle school girls with a camera that was hidden inside of a locker room. That Supreme Court case is the Mississippi abortion bill, which has a chance to throw out Roe v. Wade altogether. Justices heard arguments a month ago, and a decision is expected sometime this year. 4:36, and we have new details this morning. Finance teams for campaigns will send their investigation into Tennessee's former Speaker of the House to prosecutors. And you now have exactly 1 month to file your taxes. April 18th of 2022 is the deadline for most people this year. A future for downtown Nashville that quite literally is looking up. You've seen it for yourself. More than a dozen high-rises built just within the last few years, changing the skyline of Music City. And as News 4's Michael Warwick found out, if urban planners could have it their way, more skyscrapers will keep popping up. If you've missed it, today is a very big weather day, Melanie. Yes. It's quiet right now, but we do have another line coming through later on. We will be on top of this all day for you. Thank you so much for joining us for News 4 Midday. Make sure you bring it right back here at 4 o'clock this afternoon for our evening newscast.